The NUVU X5 oven proofer has exclusive patented technology that allows you to proof, bake, and steam all in the same cavity. Save time and labor by not needing to continually return to the unit and move product from the proofer to the oven. The X5 comes standard with these features: proof to bake in the same cavity, state-of-the-art touchscreen programmable controls, room for 32 programmable recipes with up to 8-stage baking, a digital timer, temperature control from 90 degrees to 425 degrees Fahrenheit, a patented moisture evacuation system, variable air speeds, reversing fan system, fan delay, energy efficient electric baking, door switch cutoff for fan blower, USB port, and Wi-Fi capabilities. In today's video, we will be going over operational use, maintenance, and cleaning of the X5 oven. Once plugged into the appropriate power source, your X5 is ready to be turned on. This just requires flipping the main power switch on the front of the unit. Once the X5 is powered on, your digital touchscreen display will show up and interior lights for your baking cavity will turn on. The X5 is equipped with a double door opening handle system. Pull once to release steam from your unit. Pull second time to open the door. In the back of the oven, you will see our jet air reversing fan technology. This fan will spin in one direction for a preset amount of time, pause itself, and then reverse. This technology ensures that there's no stagnant air pockets throughout the cavity, ensuring perfect, even bakes. The oven has a double-paned front glass door for easy cleaning. This is the home screen for the X5 oven. Here you can see that we have up to 32 slots for pre-programmable recipes. You have the option of using the arrows to toggle over and view all the recipes you have saved. If the end user is looking to use one of the pre-programmed recipes, all they must do is select it. Here you will see that this recipe is for a full load of bread. The proofing temperature is set to 110 degrees Fahrenheit, and currently the unit is preheating starting at 84 degrees Fahrenheit. Once the unit is up to its set temperature, an alarm will sound indicating that the bread can be placed inside of the unit. On our second page of recipes, you'll see that there's open spaces where recipes have not been put in yet. You'll see if we go ahead and select one, it'll say that recipe is not programmed. So I'm going to teach you now how to program a recipe. To program a recipe, hit the program file image and put in your code 7123. Here it brings us to a main page where we can do lots of stuff with this oven. We can set the date and time, recipe edits, change our mode from Fahrenheit to Celsius, delete recipes, change the buzzer volume, and then capabilities for USB uploading and downloading as well. We are looking to do a recipe edit right now. So I can either go in and change a recipe that's already been put in, or I can make a new recipe, which is what we'll do. As I mentioned before, the X5 does 8-stage baking. That means that we can manipulate and change the variables of the bake up to 8 separate times. I'll walk you through some of these icons, first being time, how long we want a certain stage to last for, the temperature of that stage, whether we need steam during that stage of baking, ventilation, meaning whether the vents will be opened or closed on the oven, speed of our fan, whether we want fan cycling capabilities, and a place where we can input messages. Each line right here indicates one stage of baking. To add a new stage of baking, you hit the blue add button, and to take away a stage, you would just hit the minus button. Once you are done inputting your new recipe, you would then hit the save button and then hit next. Now I will go into one of these pre-programmed bread recipes and walk you through the different stages of baking and explain how and why we are changing the variables. First stage, which is highlighted in black, is for 40 minutes. Temperature's at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Our steam is being pulsed, our vent is off, the fan is on low, and our fan cycle is being pulsed. Temperature of 110 because we're proofing bread. Steam is being pulsed, meaning that every 40 seconds we are putting in 4 milliliters of water. An opposite of that would be a shot of steam, which is one initial large burst of water that gets put into the cavity at the very beginning of your baking cycle. Vent is off, so that means that we don't want to lose the steam that we're putting into our cavity, so we close the vents off. Fan is on low. Again, we're not looking to create too much airflow. We don't want to dry out the product, so that's on low. And fan cycle pulsing means that it is jogging between a forward and a reversing motion. Every 3 minutes it'll stop and reverse itself. Going down now to the second stage of baking. This is for 5 minutes at 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Steam is being pulsed. Our vent is now being pulsed as well. Fan is still on low and the fan cycle is still pulsed. So the only thing we've actually changed in this cycle is we are now pulsing our vent, meaning that we are giving the vent time to open and close. So it's going to open for 10 seconds every 4 minutes and 30 seconds. And this is slowly releasing our moisture from the cavity because eventually we need to switch this proofer to an oven, and we can't bake if there's too much steam because we won't hit the high enough temperatures. Third stage of baking, 6 minutes. Now we're baking. See, we have gone up to 355 degrees Fahrenheit. Our steam is now completely turned off. The pulse is still happening in our vent, and fan is kicking on to high. Let's see, fourth stage is only a minute long. 360 degrees Fahrenheit, steam off, vent on. So now our vent is completely open. We need all of the steam to be quickly evacuated from our oven so that we can start browning our bread. And also you see that with that vent being on, we've actually reversed our fan. The reversal of the fan will help bring out that steam as well. And then finally for the last stage of baking, it's 11 minutes at 365, steam is off, vent is pulsing, fan is on high, and the fan cycle is pulsing as well. Since we did not change any of our recipe, I can go ahead and just get out of here, exit without saving, and now we are back to our main recipe edit screen. Now let's say you want to use this oven just in a manual mode without any special recipes. We would go back to our main page where we are editing things, and we would click the manual button and remove that cross off of it. Now if I go back to my main page and I hit manual, we bypass any recipe programming and we go straight to just baking. So here I could say, well, I know I only want to bake for, a minute, temperature 50 degrees, steam off, vent off, fan high. So this would be a really bare bones simple way of manually using this oven, and then I would hit start. At this point it's saving it, and it needs to actually cool down to the 50 degrees Fahrenheit. Going back to our programming page, I just want to hit on a few more of these buttons. One being the fact that over here you can see that we can toggle on and off between Wi-Fi capabilities. This is really important, especially if the end operator has hooked this up to their POS system and wants to be able to collect analytics and data straight from the oven. We also have the ability to email reports at the end of the day, again just for data and pulling analytics, seeing and making sure that the cycles are running the way they should, the employees are handling the bread baking in the most efficient way possible. Now let's say you have multiple X5s in your operation and you want the same recipes used on all of them. Instead of going in and manually uploading your recipes by hand, you have the option of using a USB drive to upload and download recipes from all of your units. Now let's say it's the end of the day and you've made lots of delicious bread and cookies in your X5 oven. We need to run the end of the day program. This will actually dry out our cavity for us and shut down the unit, bringing it down to the appropriate temperature in a fast amount of time for energy efficient savings. So I'll hit that run end of the day, and now it's preheating. Close my door, and it'll start itself on this final cycle. For cleaning and maintenance of the X5, we recommend daily upkeep of this unit. Since it is a proofer oven combination, we need to be really vigilant to wipe down the machine internally at the end of every single day. Especially if your unit is hooked up to city water lines, the mineral deposits can get really bad over time. So we want to make sure that we're opening up the unit, wiping it down with warm water, a little bit of mild detergent's fine, or even vinegar. NUVU always warns against using industrial kitchen cleaner and oven cleaner on all of our units. For the front glass panel, any normal glass cleaner will do fine. Thanks to its 8-stage baking and the fine-tuned control of variables such as temperature, humidity, steam, and vent systems, the X5 is ideal for all baking endeavors. For more information, user manuals, and warranty information, please visit our website.